Before you scroll, please give me just 30 seconds. I know the world is loud. I know everyone is telling you something, but what I am about to share could completely change how you feel about your future. My closest friend Linda retired with $0 in her 401k, not low, not almost empty, zero, no investments, no nest egg, no secret account, barely $15,000 in her savings account. And the night she filed for Social Security, she sat alone in her car and cried because she truly believed she had failed. If you have ever felt that pit in your stomach when you check your bank account, if you have ever wondered how you are going to make it through the next 10 or 20 years, this story is for you. Please like and subscribe right now so I can continue sharing information most seniors are never told, and stay with me until the very end because I will give you a checklist that could uncover money, benefits, and safety nets you may not even know exist. When Linda told me she was retiring, I remember standing in her kitchen, coffee growing cold in my hands, and asking her what her plan was. I said, "So, where's your 401k?" She looked at me, smiled awkwardly, and said, "I never had one." At first, I thought she was joking, but she wasn't. She worked her whole life: retail jobs, caregiving, office work, temporary positions, part time shifts, seasonal work. She paid taxes. She showed up. She did everything she was told to do, but none of her jobs stayed long enough or paid enough to offer real retirement benefits. No pension, no employer match, no automatic savings plan, just her paycheck, and the hope that somehow it would all work out. That hope didn't feel like much when she finally stopped working full time. She told me she felt ashamed, like she had done something wrong, like she had let herself down, like she had let her family down. She kept saying, "Everyone else has something. I have nothing." She thought retirement was supposed to look like commercials, like smiling couples on beaches, like big houses and freedom. Instead, it looked like fear, silence, and sleepless nights. But what Linda didn't realize is that her story is not rare. Millions of Americans are stepping into retirement with little or no savings. Some never had access to a 401k. Some had emergencies that wiped them out. Some took care of parents, children, or spouses. Life happened, and yet no one talks about it. Linda's first months of retirement were the hardest. Every bill felt heavier. Every grocery trip felt like a math problem. Every unexpected expense felt like a threat. She would call me late at night just to talk, just to distract herself from the worry. She kept saying, "What if I live too long?" That sentence still haunts me, not because she didn't want to live, but because she was afraid of surviving without enough money to stay safe. But Linda is not a quitter. She decided she would not let fear decide her future. So she did something most people never think to do. She did not stop working completely. She claimed Social Security, yes, but she stayed part-time, about 30 hours a week. Not because she wanted to, but because she had to. And here is the part that changed everything. Every single paycheck she earned went straight into savings. She did not touch it, not $1. No new clothes, no vacations, no new furniture, no new car, just discipline, just survival. She told me, "This is my lifeline. I can't waste it." Then she got creative. She looked around her house and realized how much stuff she owned that she didn't need. Old clothes, kitchen items, decorations, electronics. She started selling online. Every sale went into savings. Her tax refund went into savings. Any leftover money in her checking account went into savings. She treated that account like oxygen, like something she needed just to breathe. And slowly, for the first time in her life, she saw that number climb. Not fast, not dramatically, but steadily. Enough to give her a small sense of control again. But fear still followed her, because when you have so little, the thought of losing even a small amount feels unbearable. A financial advisor once told her to invest, to put some of her savings into the market. But she said, if I lose $5,000, I lose everything. She could not take that risk. When you are 60 or 70, you don't have decades to recover from a crash. You need safety, you need predictability, you need peace of mind. So she pulled her money back out, and for a long time, she wondered if she had made the wrong choice. People told her she was foolish. They told her the market always comes back. But Linda knew her limits. And sometimes knowing your limits is wisdom, not weakness. Then one day, about a year into retirement, something unbelievable happened. Linda received a letter in the mail. At first, she thought it was junk. She almost threw it away. But something told her to open it. It said, "You are entitled to a pension." She stared at the paper, confused. She had worked for a school system when she was young, in her late teens and early 20s. It was just a job. She never thought about it again. She forgot she was even enrolled in a pension plan. But there it was. They owed her back pay, 2 years' worth, thousands of dollars, and now a monthly pension for life. She called me crying, laughing, shaking. She kept saying, I didn't even know. I didn't even know. That moment changed everything, not because it made her rich, but because it made her stable. With Social Security plus her pension, Linda finally felt like she could breathe. She could pay her mortgage. She could buy groceries without panic. She could sleep through the night. She still lives simply. She still thrifts. She still counts every dollar, but she is no longer drowning. And she told me something that changed how I see retirement forever. She said, "You cannot compare your life to anyone else's. Some people say they need $1 million to retire." Linda laughed and said, "With my lifestyle, I would be just fine." And she is right. It is not the number, it is the plan. But here's the part most people don't want to hear. Retirement is not the end of your story, it is a new chapter. Linda did not disappear into silence. She did not sit around waiting for time to pass. She found purpose again. She started volunteering at a local community center, helping other seniors fill out forms, understand their benefits, and feel less alone. She said helping others gave her back her dignity. It reminded her that she still mattered, that she still had something to offer, and that more than money gave her strength. Now, if you are watching this and thinking, this could be me, you are right. It could be you, but you are not powerless. You are not too late. There are steps you can take right now to protect yourself. And I want you to listen closely because this is the part that could change your life. 1. Call the Social Security Administration and request a full benefits review. Do not assume you already know what you qualify for. Many people were given a number once and never questioned it again. But records can be wrong, earnings can be missing, and options are often never explained. Ask them to review your full work history and walk you through every possible benefit. You may qualify for spousal benefits, survivor benefits, delayed retirement credits, or a higher payment than you are currently receiving. For many seniors, this one call has meant hundreds of extra dollars every month for the rest of their life. That is not small. That is groceries, medicine, and peace of mind. 2. Contact every past employer, especially if you worked for a school system, government office, hospital, or large corporation. Many pensions are forgotten simply because people change jobs, move, or lose paperwork. Ask if you were ever enrolled in a retirement plan or if any benefit still exists in your name. Linda found her pension by accident. You should search on purpose. 3. Search your state's unclaimed property website. Every year, millions of dollars sit waiting in forgotten bank accounts, insurance checks, and old utility deposits. This is real money that already belongs to you. All it takes is your name and a few minutes to check. 4. Review survivor benefits if your spouse worked. Many widows and widowers qualify for higher payments but never apply because they do not know they are eligible. 5. Look closely at your housing costs. Ask yourself if your home still fits your life. Could you downsize, rent a room, or move somewhere less expensive? Housing is often the single biggest drain on a fixed income. 6. Create one savings funnel, no matter how small. Even $10 a week is a signal to yourself that you are taking control. It builds confidence, discipline, and security over time. 7. Consider safe, simple income streams. Part time work, small gigs, or community jobs can create breathing room, not to exhaust yourself, but to protect your future. You may already have money waiting for you. You may already have options you never thought to check. And remember, I read every comment and message. You are not alone. You are not a failure. You are a survivor. Please like, subscribe, and share this with someone who needs hope. Because your story is not over. Your life is not defined by what you don't have. It is defined by what you choose to do next. And like Linda, you can still build something strong, something safe, something that lets you breathe again.